Welcome to HumanityWins.net. Please read the important disclaimer on your screen. All of the content provided is for entertainment purposes only. It should not be taken as medical or legal advice. Please contact your doctor or lawyer if you require such advice. Thank you. The show starts right now. Hello, welcome to episode 163 from February the 2nd of the year 2023. Today is a Thursday, and today's episode is about Help Humanity Win by Discovering You. I've been reading, listening, and watching to many things in the last few days, a lot of videos and texts and essays and that about how this year 2023 is going to be pretty eventful in fighting back to the system and all that. And I shared a few times already, I don't honestly believe in fighting violence with violence, fire with fire, and I personally don't think that's the answer. Okay, again, these are just my feelings. Do I know anything? No. Am I sure of anything? No. That's part of the letting go preaching I've been doing as of late, as far as letting go of this notion, as Monday's episode, of being right all the time, of trying to be accurate and factual, and based in science and all that. There's nothing to that in this fight we have with evil, because let's say it again, I said it a few times, but I need repeating. This beautiful world, because it's a beautiful paradise planet with beautiful animals, not only the humans, but all nature, all species, and not only animals, plants, vegetation, seas, mountains, everything about the world is beautiful. And it's very unfortunate it is still under demonic possession. Okay, that's the thing. Evil, confusion is what drives this world, and evil equals confusion, because again, we all come from the same Father, we all come from the same creation. The only thing I'm sure about, but that's kind of a given, that's why I don't repeat it as much, is that God is the creator of everything, and everything includes the confused ones, the evil ones, if you want to call them, the demons, whatever you want to call them, the horrible ones, the evildoers. Yes, they are like our brothers, but they have gone wrong through their own free will, through their own election. So it's unfortunate, and again, it has been very clear to me for months now, even possibly more than a year, a couple of years, that the only solution is really within us. There is no possible solution in the out there. There's definitely no solution in the system. There is no redoing the system within the system, or doing a better system, copying the system. Like people say, okay, we need another political party because this one is going to be the good one, is going to be by citizens. Those ideas have already been tested for hundreds of years without results, and that's not it. There's nothing we can take from the current reality to a new reality. I'm totally sure about that. There's nothing. The only thing is love. The only thing is the positive things, which is very few, unfortunately, in this reality. There's not gonna be rubble left from this reality once we're done with it. We truly cannot take anything. We have to rebuild everything. And the way we rebuild this world is through our discovering, first of all, who we are, how powerful we are, our divine connection, how we can build things from our divine connection, how we can restore this world to its paradise state, the way it should be, and set it up for many generations to come. So when new beings come to this earth, to this reality, they're not subjected to whatever you and I listening. You listening and I speaking, were subjected, because that's not the case. This scarcity, fear, competition, superiority based world with an absolute truth, which is submission, as I shared on Monday's episode. None of that is in the future. None of that is in the cards. Suffering is not in the cards. We are beings that are going through a learning process, and we're supposed to learn as we enjoy, and we're supposed to enjoy as we learn. That's it. Suffering is because there's a glitch, and everything that goes on in the world right now in 2023, it's a glitch. It's not supposed to be there. But the way we beat this is we have to truly embrace our inner self, discovering who we truly are, and embracing that, and saying we don't want part of this reality. We want part of a new reality, and that's when everything's going to change. So I made a commitment to make finally. I always say the same thing. I'm sorry about that, but I love rambling and going on. But really, I want to make this a short episode. So we're going to watch like a 3-minute video 2.5, something like that, from Dell Victory and the Highwire. And after we watch it, you're gonna figure out the reason why I took this clip from a bigger video about the WEF. And yes, they go ramble about the mainstream story about the Davos meeting in January and all that. But this clip is so good because everything this person says from the WEF, I forgot his name, I don't really want to know it, is basically 180 degrees from what I'm telling you. And I want to share how they're making a conscious effort to go within you, to go inside you, to try to tame you, to block you from accessing yourself. They're doing a conscious effort to try to block you from accessing your inner self, your inner power, your divine connection, because they know that's the solution. They know it. They know it. Trust me, they know it. And that's why they're making such an effort. That's everything they're doing about the vaccine, the war, the inflation, is everything about severing your possibilities from discovering yourself. Totally sure about that. Let's watch it together and I'll give you my final thoughts.
On, but there's no better really mouthpiece for the current WF than historian, professor of history, Yuval Harari. And just to give you a flavor of what the WEF is up to and why people may not like them, take a listen to him.
Okay.
COVID is critical because this is what convinces people to accept, to legitimize total biometric surveillance. If we want to stop this epidemic, we need not just to monitor people, we need to monitor what's happening under their skin. What we have seen so far is corporations and governments collecting data about where we go, who we meet, what movies we watch. The next phase is the surveillance going under our skin. We're now seeing mass surveillance systems established even in democratic countries, which previously rejected them. And we also see a change in the nature of surveillance. Previously, surveillance was mainly above the skin. Now it's going under the skin. Governments want to know not just where we go or who we meet. Above all, they want to know what is happening under our skin. What's our body temperature? What's our blood pressure? What is our medical condition? Now humans are developing even bigger powers than ever before. We are really acquiring divine powers of creation and destruction. We are really upgrading humans into gods. We are acquiring, for instance, the power to re-engineer life. I know that in recent years, we saw populist politicians undermining deliberately the trust that people have in important institutions like universities, like respectable media outlets. These populist politicians told people that, say, scientists are this small elite, disconnected from the real people. I mean, all this story about Jesus rising from the dead and being the Son of God, this is fake news. Humans are now hackable animals. You know, the whole idea that humans have, they have this soul or spirit and they have free will and nobody knows what's happening inside me. So whatever I choose, whether in the election or whether in the supermarket, this is my free will, that's over.
Okay. So, I'm sorry I laughed, but that last part was priceless. So this story that humans have a soul and they have free will and they can choose whatever they want, that's over. Because I say so. I'm sorry. No. You know what's going on. And he said it in the middle of the video. Humans are are becoming gods. We always have been gods. We always have been son of God. So God is not going to create a lesser being. So we're equal to God. Okay. But that doesn't mean, again, we go with the hierarchies, with the superiority. We're going to abuse our powers like previous civilizations. And that also is the school of thought of the civilization of the Atlantis that they discovered that they had much more to go, so they could be under in the bottom of the sea. And they started to discover how they create things through their divine connection, but they abused it and they were destroyed by themselves. It was not evil that destroyed them, they were destroyed by their own abuse. Okay, but right now finally humans are maturing. We're understanding who we truly are. We're understanding what's beyond our skin, like he's saying, okay? That's why he's very, very adamant that we have to go inside your skin. That's why we have to put an injection in you. Try to put something in there to understand what's going on inside you. Because we know the answer is not from the skin out, okay? The answer is not in the out there. We're never going to beat the system within the system. We're never going to beat the system with violence. And I apologize for all my American friends and all my American listeners, because guns are a big deal out there. And some people say that's what makes America different, that you guys have guns and AR-15s and AK-47s and handguns and everything. That's nothing compared to what they have as far as weapons. That's the first thing. And that will be the second thing. I'm sorry about that. And the first most important thing is you never win through violence. You never win through fighting fire with fire. You never beat with the eye to eye. That's lowering yourself to them. They believe in violence. They believe in suppression. They believe in physical, suppressing you physically to try to achieve their goals. We believe in something else. As we go with inside us, hello, they cannot go in there. We're firewall. That's why this person is saying, not really forgetting his name, because really he's so non-important in the grand scheme of things. But it's amazing what he's saying. It's almost laughable that now we're going to go inside you, and that's over your free will. And you thinking you're a spirit. You thinking we are a spirit. We are a spirit having a terrestrial experience with a physical vessel called a human being. That's it. That's what we truly are. The human is fake in a way. It's just an experience. It's like going in a car and taking a trip in a car. Are you the car? No, you're the driver. Once you end your trip, you give the car back, or you sell the car gets destroyed, but you as driver keep going. And that's what we are. We're here to do all these experiences. And right now, it's just a casualty. We're talking, and I'm speaking to you in planet Earth, but we could be in planet whatever, okay? So what we truly are is nomad spirits with infinite power inside us. And we could end this today. We could end this today. And it doesn't mean that this person will be destroyed. We're not about hate. We need to send our love to everything and everyone. Now I want to read the quote by Dogen, who was a Buddhist monk hundreds of years ago in China, I believe, if I remember correctly. Let's read it together, because it's quite a nice quote for this episode. Do not follow the ideas of others, but learn to listen to the voice within yourself. Your body and mind will become clear, and you will realize the unity of all things. Yes, the solution, the information, the way out from all of this is not in the out there. It's not in Alex Jones. It's not in Stu Peters. It's not in a book. It's not in CNN. I'm sorry to say it, but it's not in the Bible. It's not in the Quran. It's within yourself. Okay? Listen to the voice within yourself. Listen to your inner self, your inner intuition. That's your divine connection. In a way, by speaking to yourself, you're speaking to God, you're speaking to your divine connection, you're speaking to your wisdom. And that's the way out. That's the only way out, okay? And it's happening. Millions are discovering this divine connection and are reestablishing this divine connection. And that's what's gonna take us to the finish line and finally bring a new era in humanity, an era of maturity, an era where we're going to have what we need, not necessarily what we want, an era that we're going to experience ecstasy, which is a different thing compared to the thrills of the flesh, drugs, sex, food, excesses, money, having money, being superior to others. All of that, those notions are going to disappear. They only exist in your poison mind. I'm sorry to say it, poison mind. Maybe you get offended, but no, it's not your fault. Everyone, we all have a poison mind by the system, by this person saying what we should do. All of that is over. All of that is over. Because we're the science. No, sir. That's not over, thankfully, because we are going to discover who we are. And we're going to discover that we are in control. And we are going to help humanity finally reach the ultimate victory and start this new paradise Earth as it was always supposed to be. So I hope you enjoyed this short one. Really wanted to do this one. I got the idea after watching the video, but these are the type of subjects I've been asked to do more. I've been doing a lot about aviation. I've been doing a lot about aliens and stuff like that. And these are the important subjects because at the end, episode 1, this is all about you. But this is all about discovering, not because you're the leader of the world. No, because you are an incredible, beautiful nomad spirit having a terrestrial experience. You need to discover that because you are confused. If you don't remember that, you're confused. Okay? And as we lose this confusion, as we mature, we're gonna understand the solution is in our hands, and it was always in our hands. Thank you. Have a great Thursday with family and friends, or alone, or as you want to have it. If everything's okay, I shall see you back on Monday. Please stay for the last 3 minutes of the show. Thank you. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover yourself. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and guidance. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover yourself? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to yourself and the universe. Request to be connected and ask, who am I? Where do I come from? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about those realities start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering yourself equals to breaking your matrix. Your self-imposed limits will fall, and you will be ready to serve humanity and help break this spell and deception on us. But you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will start a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, loss, envy, violence, justice, true violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only the evildoers and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from patching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Please relax and enjoy life. When everyone breaks their own matrix, humanity through our community consciousness will break the final spell. The new world will start and everything will gradually fall. Governments, hierarchies, and the medical and financial system will go from scarcity to abundance for all. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@humanitywins.net. Please be sure to check out our friends from Waking the Future and their awaken-attire.com shop. They gave me my first opportunity to speak about this and I will be forever grateful. Link to their channel and shop on the show notes. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.humanitywins.net. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.